Welcome back to Math Minutes with Bozzy. This is our first video for the 25-26 school year. I've been tapping into my archive up until now. So let's get this one done for our first unit test, our first summative assessment. This is a review. I went over with you today the handouts that you would need. There's 10 questions on here. These are all questions that I have looked at and said these are questions that will be critical for you to be able to do in order to be able to do well on the assessment tomorrow. So the first one is the application with operations with integers mixed practice handout. And so I'm going to do all 6 of the questions that are on this handout, okay? All right, so Marisol tells Devontae that 8 times negative 3 means 8 groups of 3. And that negative 6 times negative 5 means the opposite of 6 groups of negative 5, which is the same as 6 groups of positive 5. Using the above scenario as an example, label the number of sentences with the appropriate color counter model. All right, so what we're doing here is we are taking these color counter models. We're looking right here at all of these. And we're coming down here to the bottom. We're going to come down here and look for which one of those C, D, E, or F is the same as what's up there, okay? So looking at this first one. This first one is 4 groups of negative 2. This is 4 groups of negative 2. So this would be F. 4 groups of negative 2. And now we're going to match it to one of these models right here, A or B. So now we're going to choose 4 groups of negative 2 would be B, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, and each group has negative 2 in it. So B would be the counter model that would go with that. So we've done that one. Now let's do this one. This is the opposite of, because this, remember that if you have a negative in the front, you have to read it as the opposite of. So this is the opposite of 4 groups of negative 2. The opposite of 4 groups of negative 2 is going to be E down here at the bottom. And the opposite of 4 groups of negative 2 would be 4 groups of positive 2, which is A, the counter model A. The opposite of 4 groups of 2, the opposite of 4 groups of 2 is going to be C. So this one is, and so we're looking again, we're looking down here. This one is C. The opposite of 4 groups of 2. The opposite of 4 groups of positive 2 would be 4 groups of negative 2. So that's going to be the counter model B. We're looking at these 2 counter models right here, A and B. And then we have 4 groups of 2, which is D. And 4 groups of 2 would be the counter model A. So we're doing 2 things. This, we had to do the verbal first, and then we looked at the counter model. All right, pause the video if you need to take a minute and look at that again. Now remember, I told you today, if you have not done this problem already, you can listen to me do it, but do not do it on your paper until you stop the video and try it on your own. I don't want you just copying what I'm doing. I want you watching what I'm doing and then trying to do it on your own, because you need that processing time, okay? Jonah reminded Sasha that negative 6 times negative 5 means the opposite of 6 groups of negative 5, which is the same as 6 groups of positive 5. Sasha needs to draw a number line to simplify the expression. Choose the number line that Sasha needs to draw. So this is, so what we have, the negative 6 times negative 5 means the opposite of 6 groups of negative 5. The opposite of 6 groups of negative 5 is the same as 6 groups of positive 5. So what we're looking for over here is the 6 groups of positive 5. We're looking over here for those 6 groups of positive 5. Now remember, positive is always going to go right, HT, or it'll go left if you're, or it'll go up, sorry, not left, or it'll go up if you're on a vertical number line. Negative is going to go left or down on a number line, okay? So we're looking for, and because these number lines right here are horizontal number lines, we're looking for the number line that goes to the right, 6 groups of positive 5. So we need 6 groups. Well, look at this one. That's only 3 groups, so that can't be B. This one is going in a left. It's going left. So that can't be A. This one has only 3 groups. That won't work. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 groups of positive 5. Uh-oh, y'all. Let's back that bus up. Ms. Bosworth didn't look close enough. Look at this. All right, so hang on a minute. Hang on. Let's back this up and look at it. Our humps. Let's label what we have within each hump. Okay? So 0 to negative. All right, so this is 1, 2. This is negative 2. This is negative 2. This is negative 2. And this is negative 2. Okay? This is positive 2. Positive 2. Positive 2. This is negative 2. Negative 2. Negative 2. These number lines don't match. This is positive 2. Positive 2. Positive 2. And a positive 2. Those number lines don't match this problem. So, X out those number lines. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Just X them out. I did not realize that those didn't match. And let's draw one that does. Here we go. We need 6 groups of positive 5. I don't even know if I can get in all those on here. 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. There's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my 6 groups of positive 5. Okay? That's what we needed to be looking for. These number lines don't match that problem. But we needed 6 groups of positive 5. I apologize. I'm so sorry. And I'm not starting this video over and doing it again. I had a student today talk about me editing. I don't edit. We just go with the flow. So, what is the vertical distance between a diver that is submerged at a depth of 7.5 feet? First, we need to understand what submerged means. Submerged means he's under the water, okay? Anytime you're talking about water, anytime you're talking about, going underwater, that kind of thing, I want you to keep in mind that the water itself is 0, okay? Sea level. Sea level is 0. Sea level is 0. So if we are submerged, that means that's 7.5. So that means that he's down under the water it's going to be negative 7.5. And a parasailer who's in the air at 52.5 feet above the surface of the water. So he's above sea level. So I'm going to just take a minute. We're going to draw this. All right, so here's our water. Surface of the water is 0, okay? We've got our diver that's down here at 7.5. He's at negative 7.5. He is submerged, and submerged means he's under the water. And then we have this parasailer who's up here in the air at 52.5, okay? And it wants to know what's the distance between them. And if you remember, we talked about distance is difference. Distance is difference. We're going to take the difference in those. Now, you can do it 2 ways. I'm going to show you both ways. The easy way for me is, because we're talking about distance, we're also dealing in absolute value. ABSOLUTE. Absolute value. I can't spell. I can't talk and write at the same time. I'm not a great speller. Absolute value. So, how far is it, if he's under the water, negative 7.5, how far is it for him to get back up to the surface of the water? It's going to be 7.5. He's got to go 7.5 to get back up. And how far is it from the surface of the water to our parasailer? 52.5. So if we take those two distances and add them together, we get 60. So he is 60. There's 60 feet between them. There's 60 feet between them. Now, if you're asked for the math problem or the expression that would go with this, you have to keep in mind that you're doing the difference. Distance is difference. Distance is difference. Okay? So that means that I'm going to do 52.5 minus a negative 7.5. And if you put that into your calculator, you're going to get 60 again. And I'm going to put it in my calculator that I've got right here just because I want to check my math, because I clearly am having some brain issues. But 60 feet between them. Between the diver and parasailer. So there's 60 feet between the diver and the parasailer. Okay? All right, now Marisol tells Devontae that groups of -3, and that means the opposite of 6 groups of -4. Okay, I don't think this is right either. Well, we just gonna ignore this right here because I don't know. That's a typo. So let's just look at our model. Just ignore this for a minute and look at the model. What have we got right here? We have 3 groups of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. +5. We have 3 groups, +5. So that could be written as 3 groups of +5 equals a +15. But it can also be written as the opposite of 3 groups of -5. It can be either one of those. The opposite of 3 groups of -5, which would be this, -3 times a -5, is also going to give you a +15. So either one of those expressions would be that model. Either one of those give you that model. But in our problem, the answer would be A. -3 times -5 is +15. Okay? So on this one, I'm going to blow this up just a little bit for a minute because we're going to label these number lines first. Okay? We're going to label these number lines first. So we start at 0 and we go to 4, -4. So that's a -4. Then we come back from -4 and we're coming to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is +6. So our expression here would be -4 plus 6 equals a +2. All right? Now, you know that I don't like writing addition as lines that are right beside each other, that I like them written above each other. But because these two lines are not equal groups, I know that that is going to be an addition problem. Okay? It's going to be addition. So let's look at what happens here. We start at 0 and we go to -4. So that's a -4. We start at -4 and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to the left. Okay? And that's going to be -10. That can be written -6 plus a -4 equals -10. Or it can be written -4 plus a -6 equals a -10. Alrighty. Now, here's another one that's side by side. I look at it and I say, okay, those are not equal groups, so it has to be that we are adding these. We're putting them together. So what's happening here? We start at 0 and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a +4. And then we start at +4 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more this way. And so we're at +10. That's 6. So we have 4 plus 6 equals a +10, or 6 plus 4 equals a +10. And we got some scenarios we're going to look at in just a minute, but we're going to get these written down first. Then on this last one, we start at 0 and we go right 4 places. So that's a +4. Then we start at +4 and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the left, we're going back to the left. So that's going to be a -6. So we have -6 plus a +4 equals a -2, or +4 plus a -6 equals a -2. That's either one of those would work. All right, so let's shrink this back down now and look at our scenarios. Beatrice earns $4 in a school raffle, and then her mom gives her $6. So she's got $4 and she gets $6. So that's going to be a positive and then a positive. So that would be this one. This one would be A. This one right here would be A. For this model shows Beatrice earns $4 for mowing the lawn, then she spends $6 on a So now we need a positive 4. This one was a positive 4 and then a positive 6. Now we're getting a positive 4, but we're putting a negative 6 with it. So she gets money first. She gets positive 4 first. And then she spends 6. So that's this one right here. So this one would be B. Because she's getting her positive 4. Here's the positive 4. And then she spends 6. Or spends, yeah. All right. Then we have she spends 4. So now we got a negative 4 first. This is a negative 4 on stickers, and then her friend gives her, and then she's got a plus 6. So we're going, here we go. Here's our negative 4 back, and then our positive 6 up. So this is C. So that one should be D. Beatrice spends $4 on candy. So she spends $4 on candy, which would be a negative. And then she spends $6 on a smoothie, which would be another negative. So there you go. This would be a negative 4 and a negative 6. Sorry. Number 6. Here we go. Samantha went scuba diving on a coral reef. She dove down several feet and swam further down into the deep. The model to the right represents Samantha's actions. Choose the description. All right, so let's see what she does. She starts at 0. So she starts right here. And she went down negative 5. Then she went down again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So she did negative 10 even deeper. Okay? So let's read what we got. A says she dove down 10 feet. Well, she did not dive down 10 feet first. She went down 5 feet first. So this one said, answer choice B. She dove down 5 feet and then swam back to the surface. Well, no, she went down and then down again. This is down and then back up, so that wouldn't be it. She dove down 5 feet and then swam down 10 feet deeper. This one says she dove down 5 feet and down 15 feet. Nope, she went to 15 feet. But so the answer here is C, because she went down 5 and then down 10 more. All right. All right, so now we're changing handouts. Now your cumulative formative. This was the formative that we took and finished up this week, and then you brought it home in your sign papers, and you should now have it in your sign paper folder or your math folder, whichever one. If your parents hadn't seen your sign papers yet, it may still be in your sign paper folder. Okay? So Elias earned some money. Let me just make sure I'm still recording. Yep. He earned some money doing an extra chore, and then he went to the store and spent some money on candy. So let's see what he did. So here he started with 0, and he earned some money. Well, it looks like he earned $5. And then this is going to show what he spent. So he earned, and then he spent. So he earned 5, and then he went back. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. He went back 4. So he went back 4. So let's look. So he earned $5, and then he spent $4. He should have $1 left. Is it 4? And that's answer choice D. Match the equivalent expressions. Well, before you go trying to match anything, you need to do it first right here. And these all are going to have to be rewrite as addition. That's your KCO. Okay? So we're going to keep the 5, change the minus to a plus, and the negative 8 becomes a positive 8. Right here, we keep the 5, Change this to a plus, and this positive 8 becomes a negative 8. Now we're going to keep the negative 5, change this to a plus. This negative 8 becomes a positive 8. Now we're going to keep the negative 5, change this to a plus, and this positive 8 becomes a negative 8. So now we match them up. This matches answer choice C. This matches A. This matches B. And this matches D. But you've got to rewrite them as addition first. All right. Pause again. Again, make sure you're pausing as you need to. Now we're on the operations mix practice, and I have 2 off there, and then we're done. Mr. Johnson purchased 16 birdhouses for his students' class projects. He found a bird kit at the local hardware store for $32.49. He paid for the birdhouses with a debit card for the bank account that he has for his class projects. Choose the equation that correctly represents the change in the balance of his bank account. So he bought 16 birdhouses. So he bought 16 birdhouses. They all cost $32.49. So that's the amount of money that's going to come out of his account. That's going to be what comes out of his account. So the total amount that comes out of his account is negative $519.84, which would be B. He bought 16 birdhouses. Each one of them is going to cost $32.49. So that's going to be a negative because that's going to be what's coming out of his account. And when you multiply that, you end up with a negative. All right. And this last one is number 6. And which are the following models? So here we go. These division models. Negative 20 divided by a negative 4 equals, when you put that in the calculator, you're going to get a positive 5. Now, that's a positive 5. To do this, to match this to the model, you first need to know your range. And this is going to give you that range. The first number, the dividend gives you the range. So our range here is going to be from 0 to negative 20. Okay? So we look at our models. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. It's a little blurry, but here's 0. This one goes from 0 to positive 20. That cannot be the answer. This one goes from 0 to negative 20. So that's a possibility. This one goes from 0 to negative 20. That's a possibility. This one goes from 0 to positive 20. That one cannot be the answer because we've got to have, the range is going to be the area where your arrows are. The range is where the arrows are. Okay, the 2 spots where they start and stop. Now I need to know the direction of the arrows and the sign that is on your answer. The sign of your answer tells you the direction of your arrows. So the sign with my answer is positive, meaning that my arrows have to go right. My arrows have to point right, which makes B the answer. The arrows have to point right. And part B down here says, what is the dividend? The dividend is always going to be your first number in the problem. The divisor is the second one, and the quotient is the answer. So, there you go. Those were some problems that I just felt like were incredibly important for you to see. Except for the fact that this one didn't even have the right number lines. And again, I apologize for that. But if you have any questions, I will answer questions for a few minutes right before the assessment. Let me know if you need anything. And you have the cumulative formative. The whole video of me going over the entire cumulative formative was posted last night. So, good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.